also some adversity here. Maybe, for the first time, you lost 2 in a row, and, you still got some injuries and stuff. What's the tact? People out, here and out there think it's a really, really big deal. What are the players, how do you handle it without overreacting?
Well, I think you just don't overreact, right? I mean, obviously we do need to clean up our game a little bit. It's been leaking a little bit the last little bit. We haven't really put in a 60-minute effort for a while now. So we do have to clean our game up a little bit and be better in certain areas. But at the same time, we know we're a good team. There's a reason we have the record that we have right now. And, we just got to get back to, I think, just simplifying it, keeping it tight, just compact hockey, and I think we'll be okay.
Dave Tippett talked yesterday about how he talks to some guys, and here and there's lots of conversations, but he said the video, it doesn't lie. What was the video session like yesterday as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, it's true, right? The video doesn't lie. I mean, it does look a lot slower from, I don't know how many feet up top than when you're out there, I can tell you that much. But again, there's just certain things that we need to do better and clean up, and especially in our D zone and away from the puck. I think there's a lot of things that we can do better as a group, and which will help us win hockey games and make us harder to play against. So it's just kind of finding that balance of, not having to score 5 goals every game to win, essentially, winning a game 2-1 or 3-2 or whatever it is. So we just kind of have to get back to that.
Leon, looking at this homestand, you got some pretty good teams coming in here, starting with the Wild tonight, I guess. How important is this homestand to kind of make a stand and play well before the Christmas breaks and everything else happens, I guess? Yeah,
it's huge. This homestand is really big. Obviously, like you said, great teams coming in. They're all really good hockey teams. So it's going to be a tough homestand, but I think we're ready for it. We're well prepared, and obviously, like you said, it's a really big homestand for us. Going into Christmas and all that kind of stuff.
Now, you see how well the Wild are playing, but it's been 2 years since you guys have played them. Is there still an adjustment period when you get on the ice playing them? Because it's been such a long time since some of these teams have come in and played you.
Well, I think if anything, you're a little excited when you face these teams that you haven't faced in a long time. I don't think there's too big of a difference in terms of how teams play. There's 2-3 systems out there that teams play, right? So. We've seen teams this year that play similar to Minnesota, so that's not that big of an issue. But I think it's just exciting to face different teams that you haven't seen in a long time.
Hi, Leon. You're in a stretch now where you play 30 games in 62 games or 62 days or something crazy like that. Normally you just deal with it, but last year you didn't have this type of schedule. It was all sort of condensed and not as much travel. How are you guys adjusting to it, and how do you deal with what's ahead of you?
Yeah, it's different. I think we're all used to it. Last year was an off year. It was different. It was fun, but I think we're all we're all excited to have this schedule back and get into that rhythm, and a lot of times I know it seems like it's a lot of games in a short amount of days, but that rhythm makes you feel good. When you play every other day, you're just going to the rink, you're going to play, and you don't really think about anything else other than playing. So sometimes that's nice too.
Leon, your power play's set such a high level the last few years, kind of hovering around 30%. In the last month, for you guys, it's low, only at 21. Is that just an ebb and flow? Is there anything you see specific lately on your power play that you want to sharpen up?
Yeah, there's certain things that we would like to sharpen up. I think, we got to get back to outworking teams, and that creates the 5-on-5 kind of hockey that I think we're the best in the league at, playing on the power play in a 5-on-5 type of way almost. So there's certain things that we need to do better and clean up, but I I have all the trust in the world and in our group on the power play. So we'll get back to it.
And one small detail, starting games well. You guys, when you score first, have a great record. And most teams, it's really hard to win consistently when you're playing from behind. What have you noticed just in the slow starts recently, and how do you change that as a group as one of the leaders?
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that I think is hurting us a little bit right now. You're always playing from behind. It's easy for teams to just kind of keep us to the outside. There's no point for them to open up the game or give us an outnumbered rush or anything like that. So we have to have better starts for sure. Going into the second period with a lead would be, I think, really big for our team.
Yeah, 8 years of post-secondary education, I think I could figure that out. Just a thought on Darnell, like getting him back. And I mean, Connor and Darnell are obviously I know there's other leaders, but you're kind of the core leadership, and just the energy level and what he brings to your team and how it changes the complexion of your defense and back in.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about it the other day. He plays 30 minutes a night, or close to 30 minutes a night, and he does everything. He's on the PK, on the power play. He's our rock back there, right? So it's great having him back. I thought he was really good for being out a little while. So yeah, it's great having him back.
And are you ready to go today?
Yep. Yeah, ready to go. Body feels good. Conditioning feels good. So yeah, I'm really excited.
What's going to be, I guess, the toughest thing to kind of get back and get in that flow and that rhythm?
Well, I think you work really hard in the gym and on the ice coming back, but nothing 100% emulates a game. So just the timing of everything and making sure the mindset going in right away it's going to come quick and it's going to come fast. So just make sure you're ready to be on your toes and play hard.
When you're out of the lineup for a little bit and you get to watch from a distance, do you kind of notice some things that when you come back into the lineup, you say, okay, maybe I'll try to implement that? Like Leon was just saying that the game looks slower from up there, which it does. It looks really slow for us, but I know it's a lot faster down there. But just when you come back, do you say, oh, I may have more time than I thought, or I have less time than I thought, or how do you kind of look at that?
A little bit. Yeah, you definitely, you watch from up top and you just try to watch it with an open mind and see if you can pick up little plays here and there, see if there's more ice in certain areas of the game. But yeah, Leon said it, the game looks a lot easier from up there and things happen much faster down at ice level. So, but yeah, like it's the game we played our whole life. So just trusting your instincts and getting back to playing your game and doing the things that make your game successful.
Devin, you come in, you're going to play with Derek Ryan and Colton Seaver. You're all veterans in the league. Collectively as a group, regardless of who's been in the bottom six, who's been getting outscored too much 5-on-5. That's obviously been an issue. Simple to say, well, let's just not give up goals, but how can you produce more and at the same time give up less?
I think to start, you just got to focus on playing more in their end. I think if you simplify it to there, and if you're playing more in their end, you're going to get more looks and hopefully more shots to the net, and in turn, that'll hopefully result in goals. But yeah, just establishing the forward check and hanging on to the puck down low, and obviously making sure that taking care of things in your own end is first and foremost, and just not getting frustrated when you're not getting the results that you want. Just sticking with it and knowing what works and trusting that.
Anything else, guys? Perfect. Thanks, Evan.
You get Devin Shore back, so he's that kind of player that embodies, I think, what you're trying to do: defensive responsibility, better 5-on-5, not taking too many chances. Does getting a guy like that back in your lineup a certain end for you?
He's a good NHL player. He's in a role down there. That line's, they're role players, they're penalty killers. You can have a face-off guy on the right side, left side. Gives you some options as a coach there, where they can play against anybody on the other team. And he's just a good pro. He's a good pro that does a lot of little things right.
So you spent yesterday, you told us that the video doesn't lie. I'm sure maybe some guys got their feelings hurt a little bit yesterday. Do you spend today kind of making it a positive and pumping guys up and getting them ready to sort of forget their mistakes and do something right?
You can do all the talking you want, but you got to do it on the ice. We've had lots of conversations, lots of areas that we feel like want to improve. There's some things that we were doing well, but ultimately you got to go on the ice and get it done.
Dave, I know you track a lot of scoring chances, everything. At the end, goals against 5-on-5 is, if there's one area of your team that's concerned collectively, that would be it. Specifically in your bottom six, regardless of what the combos, they've been getting outscored to. What have you seen from that? Is it unlucky? Is it the defense?
There's some unlucky. There's if you go through it, you can dig into. If you watch every goal, there's some where guys are getting a minus against or a goal against and have nothing to do with the play. So it's a mix. It's a mixed bag. The thing we're looking for those two lines, they need to spend more time in the offensive zone. Offensive zone by generating more shots, pucks to the net, people at the net, more scrums at the net. That's how they're going to create the energy we need, and we just need more of it from them.
This might sound odd, but when you're dumping and chasing with those lines, are they making smart dumps? Because it seems sometimes they're dumping in, but you're never recovering the puck.
Well, part of that is smart dumps, and part of that is winning the battle for the puck, right? And what you do when you get it. If you get it and you give it away again right away, now you're chasing it again. So the ability to protect pucks, hold pucks, just be strong down low, beat people one-on-one, in a tight space, not one-on-one open ice, in a tight space. Those are all areas we got to do a better job.
Dave, you guys were winning games earlier in the year, and you said that there were some holes in your game that you wanted to fix. Is it easier to kind of get that message across with a loss? Because after you guys win, you tell these guys, you have to fix this, fix this, fix this. But in the back of their minds, you're thinking, well, we're still winning. And then when you lose a couple, does that kind of resonate the message?
Well, last week when we were winning and trying to fix things, we had the same question was asked the other way. Is it easier to fix when you're winning? And we said, oh yeah, it is. And today now you're saying, is it easier to fix when you're losing? Yeah, it is. I mean, you're fixing all the time. Where I said that yesterday, you're fixing all the time. There's you're looking to push people up. You're looking for people to can give you more. You're looking for people in certain situations to grab it a little more. There's all that, all the above comes into play every day. So are we looking to fix things? Sure but we're looking to fix things even when we're winning, we're looking to fix things. So right now, I think if you look at our game, we're trying to stabilize a little bit. It's tough stabilizing when you got 3 and 4 defensemen up. It's hard to stabilize, and you're giving guys opportunities, putting them in positions where you're not sure how they react. We're finding out. We're finding out a lot about Niemelainen right now. He's a big, strong player, plays hard. It's 4th game in the league. You're finding out about him. So you're in a steady fix mode there, or steady teaching mode. Same with Broberg right now. But they're good players, and we're going to see where they're at. But it's not as if you're just tramping out there every night and you know exactly what you're getting and you can fix the problems. You're reading and reacting as we're going along here.
Dave, I just wondering, you talked about the kind of the changes on your defense, a lot of young guys coming in. Are there things that you want to see the forwards do a little bit more to either help protect them or help them out a little bit more? Or are you happy with the way that they've kind of complemented the defense?
No, there's always, even when our regular defense, you're always making sure that you're trying to do little things right. And there's a way that we want to play. There's mistakes that happen in the game that if you do make less mistakes, you got a better chance. But you're not asking your forwards just play defense because you don't know what your defense is going to do. You got to play a good team game. Your defense has got to do their job and the forwards got to do their job. That's how you play well as a team. And when they do that, you can give yourself a chance to win no matter who's in there. All right, thanks guys.